Holy mackerel, that is a lot of mail. Let's go ahead and check it out. Welcome home, Rat Pack. Marcus here, and welcome to Comfort Cartoons. Today, we are going to be opening up a bunch of mail that was sent in by a member of the Rat Pack, just like you guys. He's actually a member of our Patreon as well, so big shout out to our man, Sergio Martinez, and welcome to another episode of Comfort Cartoons Mail Time. I cannot wait to get into it. Every single time we do one of these, it's like Christmas. I have no clue what's going to be in them, and it's so fun to get into all the nostalgic goods and share them with you guys and kind of experience them together. And with Sergio, you never know what's going to be in these packages. There's never like a consistent theme. It's just completely unhinged nostalgia. So we are going to get right on into it. Of course, it is usually filled with the stuff that we love right here on the show. Anything in regards to animation, of course, anything SpongeBob related or anything Nickelodeon related as well. So without any further ado, let's hop on into it. If you guys could hit the like button, I would greatly appreciate it, and support for the fan mail series and for our man Sergio here. So before we go anywhere, if you could do that, let's go ahead and sit on down and check it all out. Alright, so here we are. We're gonna put these down on the floor and go through them one at a time. Hopefully by now you've hit the like button. It only takes like 2 seconds. I'm not gonna do that thing where people are like, oh, 90% of you guys watch the channel, but only 10% are subscribed. All that stuff. I just, subscribe if you want to. Don't if you don't want to. But if you've been on the fence, might as well do it. Okay, so let's load these guys down here. Should we start off with a big one or a small one? I think we start off with the medium one here that came in a case of double drop warheads. Speaking of nostalgia, warheads was one of those candies I used to eat a lot as a kid, but now I do love sour candy. That's never been something that like has left me as sour candy, but warheads was like the top notch, like, oh, I like spicy food, so therefore I'm consuming lava. This is like, and now as an adult, I just get sour stuff. I'm not trying to push the limits, but as a kid, I would eat these things until my tongue felt like it was blistering, like until I was hurting me to eat them. I would get chills down my neck, and I would, So every time I see this Warheads logo, a little bit of trauma takes over my nervous system. All right, so popping open the first one here, we're gonna keep it hidden right now. Actually, this one came from somebody else, so my bad, Sergio. They put the same little Fragile sticker, or Fraggle sticker that's on all of Sergio's packages, so I thought for sure that was Sergio, but it's actually somebody else. So I don't know, maybe other people own that sticker, I guess. So shout out to Annalise Cisneros. Annalise Cisneros, thank you so much. Not that far away here in California as well, so thank you so much. Let's go ahead and take a look, see what we got here. So out the gate, we have some bubble wrap. Feels so good. And what is this? We have this awesome, oh, that is sweet. We have this Nickelodeon handkerchief here. Oh, it's an SDC exclusive. I don't know if this is an item that you could have picked up or an item that they gave out for free, but that is absolutely red. Is that Stickly up there? That is such a cool deep cut character to add on there. The rest of them, we see them a lot. I love seeing them, but, we get the Rocket Powers, the Rugrats, and, there's not really any other deep cuts like that one, and they just threw Stickly up there on the top. That is so cool though. I love the color so much. Thank you. And then keeping it moving here, we have these Avatar The Last Airbender, Magic the Gathering, I think so this is a Magic the Gathering little promo cards. I'm assuming these also maybe got handed out at SDCC, as well as this is a promotion for Avatar Cosmetics line. I guess you could get a 10% off if you use this code, but just the paperwork itself as ephemera is fantastic. So thank you so much. What do we have in here? We have a container of Oh, I've been looking for these Nickelodeon slime mystery figures. You guys have been watching for a while. Remember, we did a Target hunt where I went out looking for these, and my Target never got them. And these are called mystery twisters. So it comes with a container of Nickelodeon slime right there, and I guess you twist it and there's a figure in here. I don't even think you need to use the slime. I think the slime is just a bonus item there. It's not like you have to pull the figure out of the slime like some of them. It's just a separate compartment. But you can see the characters that you can actually collect in the line, which is amazing because only SpongeBob is an original Nickelodeon character. TMNT and Garfield are newer licenses that have been added in the last 20 years. But you can also pull a golden SpongeBob, and you guys know how much I love gold. So we're gonna, oh man, there's so much stuff to check out here. We gotta keep it moving because we got a lot of mail, but I am gonna open this one up out the gate here. Dang, there's only the one, so part of me is like, what if I never get another one? Okay, the fear is fled. Let's open it up. I know slightly I do want to keep one sealed, but I also want the experience. And what if there's a gold in here? So I don't know. I'm gonna have to look online and see if they're available in a case or something, because I really would love to open up more of these. This string just never stopped. This is like what Avril Lavigne must have felt like in the 90s taking those freaking Converse off. Like, my goodness, how long? That's so much. All right, let's see here. So, ooh, I just did that and some air came out. So the slime, I kind of don't want to get the slime out if I don't have to. Okay, yeah, the slime is right there. Okay, the slime. Ah! What do I do now? Bubble wrap is not as absorbent as you might think. How do I get the figure out? Okay, so maybe I just should have left this on. Oh, man. Oh, okay, so the slime does go through. And it was Garfield! So we got Garfield on the inside there. We did not get the gold SpongeBob, but heck, that's still pretty sweet. Okay, so it looks like how it was supposed to work. It's just like those TMNT things. You twist it and it like drips all the slime down into the compartment and then slowly reveals what your character is. I wouldn't have done that had I known that. I would have just kept the slime separately. So at least we could have kept the packaging, but you know, you live and you learn. At least we got Garfield out. And I think that these figures are gonna be semi-rare because they literally did not come out anywhere. Like, some people's got them, but I didn't see them anywhere in my area. Okay, keeping it moving here, we have a Fairly Odd Parents puzzle. We have a bunch of media. Looks like DVDs maybe. We have this mystery TMNT figure here. It's a die-cast one. Inside of here, what do we have? Come on, Mikey. Okay, we'll take him. We got a little die-cast Raphael for the W. Oh, this is actually a really tough DVD to come by. This is the Cartoon Network Yuletide Follies. It is loaded up with a bunch of Cartoon Network Christmas episodes. Disc and all is in there. We have the Jimmy Neutron movie. We have season 1 of Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, season 2, and we also have a sealed copy, which I don't have in the collection, a sealed copy of Ghouls Fools, which is perfect for the Halloween time. Thank you so much, Anna Yelly. I hope I'm getting her name right. Anna Yelly. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. It's so sweet of you. And I don't see a note in here, so I hope I didn't miss anything. But we also have, oh my goodness, I needed this actually. This was the last SpongeBob. Yeah, I think this is the only Funko Pop that I didn't have is for SpongeBob. Yeah, we got the one of him. All right, I'm about to head out with him getting up out of the remote. So yeah, this was the only SpongeBob Funko Pop I needed to continue having every single SpongeBob Funko Pop ever released. And that is this one right here. This is another 6-inch Funko Pop. And it's SpongeBob cleaning the entire house while taking care of the clam. I'll get to it eventually. Which is such a funny episode, but also I felt so bad for SpongeBob in this episode. But man, was it a good thing he was able to grow more arms. But yes, thank you so much. And then we also have some Jellyfish Jam SpongeBob bedsheet. I'm not going to unroll the whole thing right now, but you guys can see the design on there. Very cool. And man, are they soft too. And also we have a book here. And the winner is where Patrick tries to get an award just like SpongeBob, which is similar to the episode. But one thing I love about the books is there's a lot of illustrations that are, you know, just different, and they like kind of tell the story in a slightly different way than the actual episode itself. You know, you can see some shots here that you never really see in the episode itself. It's not like just straight ripped from the episode, and I think that's what makes it so cool, is like you get to actually see the fish that was calling the Krusty Krab when he said, "No, this is Patrick." You get to see this overly illustrated image of Patrick flipping out. That was before it was even a meme, so like how angry he was enough to make the illustrator for this book like have to elicit it as much. But that was the fish. That was the fish that was calling the Krusty Krab, asking if it was the Krusty Krab. That fish was so traumatized, he never appeared in the series. But that one is it. Thank you so much again. Thank you so much again, Anna. I'm gonna go with Anna. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. That was so much fun to check out. Big shout out to her in the comments down below for making this series possible. And again, if you guys are ever interested in sending mail, the address is on screen for you guys right now. It never has to be anything as big as this. As small as a letter, a fan art, whatever it is, I check out all of it. So thank you guys so much. Appreciate you. Let's go ahead and see what else we got here. And I think the rest are Sergio. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure they were. Okay, so let's start with this big boy right here. So thank you again so much, Sergio. Let's take a look here. It feels like it could be like multiple items or like one really big item. Okay, actually there's just like a few really big items. I'm gonna tilt it on its side so we can just slide everything out of here. So first off, we got this Lilo and Stitch, like Stretch Armstrong Lilo and Stitch, which is made out of like an oblek material. If you guys know my Stretch Armstrong character on my other show, you know, they're basically indestructible. So I could smack this Stitch down into the table, and no matter what you do to him, he pretty much won't break. I mean, he'll be pretty deformed. He looks like the sloth from Goonies. Hey, you guys. But he's otherwise, you know, he'll be back to form. Look, look, he's just give him a couple shakes, smack him down a little bit. Come on, get beautiful. Look, he's already starting to look more handsome.
It's still not working. Maybe I'm not doing it hard enough.
He's gorgeous. Okay, well, in the case of this one, he'll never look the same, but usually they bounce back to shape. This is like a more sand material. And then next up, we have a Bubbles, big size plush here. And this one, is it by Miniso? Yes, it is by Miniso brand. Super cute. I always know it's Miniso because how ridiculously soft they always are. So thank you so much. Very cute. I think we have another Miniso plush here too, which is, oh, this one is epic. We have the handsome Squidward. That is so strange that I just made that reference. We added the clip into the video, and I swear, I had no clue this was gonna be what was in here. Heck yeah, so we got the handsome Squidward pillow. That is dope. We're gonna make handsome Squidward our special guest here for today, too. Anything to say, handsome Squidward? I don't even know what that means, but it doesn't have to mean a lot. Pretty privileged. He doesn't have to say anything. He's hot. Okay, then we have an Invader Zim Funko Pop, it looks like, which is loose, but man, that is awesome because he has his awesome little robotic arms that you see him kind of walk around in his lab with. Very cool. It gives me like major Dr. Octopus vibes from Spider-Man 2. We have the Teeny Krusty Krab, which is from, I think, Five Below. So this one we'll be giving away over my Whatnot stream. You guys know anything that I ever get in on these that is doubles. If it's Nickelodeon, I add it over on my Whatnot stream, so that way it all comes right back here to support the show, which is the intention. And also we give away a lot of the stuff as well too, so we'll be giving away the teeny tinies right here of the Krusty Krab, an amazing set. Somebody in the red pack will get to add that. Very cool. We also have some VHS in here. It looks like, what is this, a comic book? Oh, that is awesome. So you guys know I'm trying to complete the Ren and Stimpy comic book series. I have to look at all my comics. I'm not sure if I'm missing this one or not. I think I'm missing about like 11 issues or something, but we have issue number 11, the Fidel Castro and Saddam Hussein cover, where yeah, literally this is the only comic book where you will get to see Nickelodeon characters say Saddam who and Fidel who. Ren and Stimpy was built different. That was from an era of Nickelodeon that still to me seems unreal. Like it was before they went to Spike or before they really started becoming more adult. This is when it was on Nickelodeon, and the fact that they greenlit this is insane to me. And many of the episodes for Ren and Stimpy had several revisions that were sent back from the corporate team of like watching the episodes, getting the scripts, and being like, no, we can't, no, why, no, we can't do that, and then sending it back to the team, and then them revising it and sending it back, and it's just like this back and forward, and they would get in arguments about like what could be in the episode and what couldn't be in the episode. And it makes me wonder like how insane those original like first concept pitch boards must have been. If somebody has those like early Ren and Stimpy pitch boards out there, I'm sure there's some unbelievable stuff in them. But awesome pickup. Thank you so much, man. Like I said, you get to go through so many different levels of nostalgia. It's always fun. We have the SpongeBob Anchors Away on VHS. We have Sponge Buddies on VHS. And then what is this? It's like a fig pin, I want to say. This is a Shredder reactions figure by, I want to say, a Super 7. So Super 7 Shredder here, based off of the original TMNT series. And then one of the newer products that actually shows some love to the overall Nickelodeon brand, we have the Nick 90s build set here. So freaking cool. You get to build all of these different Nickelodeon characters, and they're also removable too. So you have Cat Dog. I think the one that looks like it would be hardest to make is probably Cat Dog. I feel like they just look strange. So the fact that they're even able to pull this stuff off with building blocks is amazing to me. But yes, thank you so much. And that, wait, actually there's one more item in here. And last but not least is a Super Mario Bros. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I have no clue. Like, this is just something Sergio would send. Like, I'm just not even familiar on what it is. But this is the Comic Systems Super Mario Bros. Comic book. Like, I know nothing about this, but super cool looking. Officially licensed product by Nintendo. Is this the end of Common Sense, the Stupid Bomb? So I'm assuming this is like a comic book based off of the animated show for the Mario Bros, which is very Comfort Cartoons-esque. I have watched a little bit of the animated series, but the fact there's a comic book based off of it is insane because some of the characters look so like that's supposed to be Peach back there, and like they look so different from like the video game adaptations. It almost feels unlicensed, but it was a licensed show. It's just like their live action movie. Goombas look kind of terrifying, but that was licensed. Okay, box number 2 coming through. Let's take a look. Okay, this one looks like it is going to be a lot of DVDs. All right, let's see what we got here. We have volume 2 of the Ghostbusters animated series. But like I said, I have no problems with this. I am trying to grow my physical media collection as much as I can. So if it's something I don't have and it's animated, I can add to the collection, I am up for it. So we have the Wild Thornberrys movie on DVD. We have Dude, Where's My Horse on DVD. We have Scooby-Doo Meets Courage the Cowardly Dog. This is cool because I actually don't have any Gravity Falls on DVD. I do have the complete series, but not like any of these special discs. We have the Gravity Falls Even Stranger DVD. That is so sick. We have the Nickelodeon Out of the Vault Encore, Tom and Jerry the movie. Okay, and then we have Ghostbusters Volume 1 and Volume 2. So I don't know if that creates the whole, is it only a 1-season show? I don't know, but Volume 1 and 2, so that's the whole animated series, Season 1 at least. Oh, there's more here. Series 5, Series 4, Series 3. So this is 5 volumes of the Ghostbusters animated series. I don't know if that makes the whole series. That is awesome, though, to have the complete animated series. We have the Jetsons movie. Oh, another show I've been wanting to have in the collection. We have the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air volume Season 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6. I think that's the entire series, right? So we have the complete series of one of the greatest Nick at Night shows ever, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Everybody at home sing it with me. West Philadelphia, born and raised. On the playground is where I spent most of my days. Chilling out, max relaxing, all cool. Shooting some b-ball outside of the school when a couple of guys that were up to no good started making trouble in my neighborhood. Everybody knows that song. Even if you never watched the show, you might know that song. So we have the complete series there. Thank you so much. Sergio has literally blessed the physical media collection so many times, man. Thank you. We have the Nutty Professor. Oh, so Nutty Professor 2 on VHS. I actually don't know if I've seen the second one. I know I've seen the first one, though. Then we have another Gravity Falls one, the Six Strange Tales. I love these Gravity Falls covers. They're so sweet. We have these little mystery. Are these candy? Looks like they're Pokemon and also Mario, like little gummies or boba, or little boba balls for Pokemon and Mario. I'm like debating trying these. Oh, and Gengar is a grape flavor. There's a Piplup that's like a blue raspberry. They look so good too. And an Eevee's a cola flavor. Okay, and then we have some more DVDs in here. What do we have? Oh my gosh, dude, Sergio, you went crazy, dude. You did not have to go this freaking hard. So we have the complete series of the Jetsons, the entire series, dude. Are you kidding me? Like I said, like we have been working on our very own like nostalgic animation Netflix catalog here, and Sergio has been helping so much with that, dude. So thank you so much. Another one into the archive. We have the complete series of Thundercats. I've actually never even seen Thundercats, so this is my opportunity to be able to check it out. I know so many people grew up with the show and I've never watched it. And then the Land Before Time's complete collection, all 14 films in one set here, man. Talk about a fun like sick day or like a weekend to just binge watch, get some pizza, and just binge watch all the Land Before Times movies. Thank you so much, man. Endless amounts of entertainment here. We have the old school Wolverine Legendary Marvel Superheroes action figure by Diamond Select. That is wild, dude. And I'm trying to see, like, is this an original or is it a remake of like the dolls they used to have back in the day? Because these are like what the action figures used to look like when your dad was a kid. Like, you know, now ours are like vinyl. They look like so one-to-one to the characters. Back then, they were basically like Ken dolls or like G.I. Joe dolls that were dressed up like the characters. So like that looks like it's just G.I. Joe in like a Wolverine outfit. And there's some more in here as well too. Let's see, this one just keeps on going. So we have some more DVDs here as well. Oh man, please tell me this is what I think it is. Dude, thank you so much. Are you joking me? The complete Aqua Teen Hunger Force DVD collection. My goodness, dude. That is legendary. Like, I don't even know where you can watch this show right now. Like, on streaming, because HBO got rid of so many of the cartoons that were on there. I don't even know where this is available anymore. So, especially when it comes to Cartoon Network and even Nickelodeon. If you think about it, HBO just recently got rid of so much of the Cartoon Network catalog. So if you want to watch a lot of these shows, the only way you can do them is either renting them through like an Amazon Prime or something like that, where, trust me, as somebody who's had to rent a lot of those Pokemon movies on there, the quality and the bitrate on them sucks. You only have 2 days to watch it, and if you don't, then it goes away forever, or you buy it and it's like this downloaded like crappier version of it. And then with Cartoon Network not having their own streaming service, they got rid of Boomerang. Where some of those shows will land is still a question mark. And then Paramount Plus homes all of the Nickelodeon stuff. And Paramount Plus has only been around for like 5 or 6 years. And with these streaming wars going on right now, who's to say that it's gonna be around in 5 years from now? So I'm sure a lot of Nickelodeon shows, besides like Spongebob maybe, and some of the really, really big ones, will be kind of lost in terms of being able to access them online. And yes, there's pirating and stuff like that too, but that still also comes with some issues with quality and a lack of reliability too. So physical media is key when it comes to the stuff that you grew up with, because streaming is just not something you can depend on. Aqua Teen is one of those shows I can see easily getting lost in time. We also have the complete Superman animated series, which I've actually never seen this one. I've seen the Batman animated series, and some of the villains from this are familiar, but I've never seen it. So we have that one to the collection. We also have Yu Yu Hakusho season 1 and season 2, which like the covers on these, man, just sends me back to the Toonami era of time on Cartoon Network. Then we also have some Funko Pops in here. What do we have? What is this Funko Pop? We have everybody has a Funko Pop now. I didn't even know he had a pop. We have Wallace and Grumpet, who got Funko Pops apparently. There we go. That is awesome. Wallace and Grumpet, the Funko Pop. What do we have here? What is this guy? Is this a troll doll? It's a troll doll, but look at his hair. He looks like James Brown. Gotcha! Oh, yeah! James Brown, the James Brown troll doll. Shout out to the 5% of you guys who know who James Brown is. Then we have some of these plushies here. We have, oh, these are the little suction cup ones that go in the back of your car. We have a Deadpool one, and then this one actually is not a suction cup one. This is just a plush by Kid Robot of Wolverine here. But these are obviously based off of the Wolverine, or Deadpool and Wolverine movie here. So freaking cool. We have a Mario plush here, and this is from the Super Mario Odyssey. So you got Mario there as well as Cappy on his head. Oh, now this is dope. My favorite characters in Yu-Gi-Oh are those Toon characters, because I mean, obviously, you know, I love the fact that they had like a series of cards within Yu-Gi-Oh that Maximilian Pegasus would use that were based off of Western animation. So you had the Toon cards.
Perfect. You always have the best ideas.
So this is actually the Blue Eyes Toon Dragon as a Pocket Pop keychain. Man, and we got some VHS in here too. Holy cow. We have the Powerpuff Girls on VHS. And this is what I'm saying with Sergio. You really never know what you're gonna get. Like, you might have been able to predict some of the DVDs, but there was no way you were gonna guess there was gonna be a freaking 1980s Wolverine, a James Brown troll doll, or a Lego Minecraft set. There's no way you predicted this. That's so rad. And that's not even it. We still have more in this box. There's also these big jumbo books here. Naruto 3-in-1 manga here. And it looks like this one is through the Chunin exams arc, and then this one right here is through finding Tsunade to make her the Hokage. So you have like little arcs basically. So if you don't want to read the whole series necessarily, but just read a little arc, it's a 3-in-1 that kind of summarizes that entire arc, which is, I didn't even know they had these, so that's really cool. I do have a complete collection of the manga, but being able to just kind of have those little segments like set out is very cool. All right, that is it for box number 2. Thank you so much, Sergio, again, especially like when it comes to the physical media, man, because like it is so hard trying to keep up with everything, and being able to get such like iconic series kind of like checked off in the collection is amazing, man. So thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, box number 3. What do we have in here? I warned you guys this was probably gonna be a long video, but a wild and fun one. Let's see what we have here. This one, it looks like we got a little bit of everything too. So we have some more media as well as some plushies. So let's take a look. Oh, dude, this is actually the one Nickelodeon Switch game I have not gotten yet. No freaking way, dude. And I'm beating myself up recently for not getting this already. This is, dude, thank you so much. The Rugrats Adventure in Gameland. So this is like a classic Rugrats platformer, kind of like an NES style or like Super NES play style platformer. So we'll play some footage up on screen right now, but essentially what it is it's like a throwback to some of the old school Nickelodeon platformers they had, like Ah Real Monsters, Ren and Stimpy, or even some of the Rugrats games that were available like on Game Boy and stuff like that. But you can play with it like in an HD version, which we'll be playing right now, or you can really go back in time and you can play it in a 8-bit format as well. So the game can literally be beaten and played in 2 different forms. So I think that is just so sweet in itself. And it is a 2-player game as well. And this is the only Nickelodeon Switch game that I don't have. So thank you so much. I'm glad to add that one. And I definitely want to play this game as well too. I think this is one of those games like on my list that I would love to play as like a Patreon series. Now that we have live streaming on Patreon, I think I would rather do it as like a live stream thing more than anything. So thank you so much again, Sergio. That is, dude, legendary. And the fact that we got a Rugrats game in 2024, like, what a good time to be alive, you know? We also have the Addams Family on DVD. We have the Care Bears movie, as well as Hello Kitty and Secret of Nim. We have Diamond and Pearl, Sinnoh Legend Victors. We have Dave and the Giant Pickle, which is actually such a, like, whether you're religious, not religious, you know, watch VeggieTales. Like, it's just a genuinely entertaining series. For me, I grew up, I went to a Christian private school like for the first 4 years of my life, and then we couldn't afford it, so I had to go to public school. But we used to watch these all the time, and like, they're just genuinely entertaining, okay? They're really well told stories, super comfy vibes, and this is a really good one too. We also have the Men in Black, and we also have the Disney Aladdin DVD series as well. And again, with the VeggieTales thing, I'm not trying to tell you how to live your life. I'm not telling you like, you know, believe in this, don't believe in that. That's not what we do here. I'm just saying, like, that's an animated show worth checking out. Okay, and then these right here, I think are from the Naruto, like, little mystery plushies you could get at Walmart, I believe. I opened up like one of them and I didn't get any of the Naruto characters. We got Tauntaun there, little Shizune's pig, and then I think this is Gamatatsu? I want to say Gamatatsu or Gamakichi right here as well from Naruto. And there's little plush balls, very cute. These will be going in our Naruto stuff for sure. Spider-Gwen, like, see, I was saying, you would have never expected, you would have never guessed, oh, what is he going to pull out next? So Spider-Gwen. The Squishmallow from Spidey and His Amazing Friends. Ghost Spider is his name, I guess. I thought it was Spider-Gwen, but Ghost Spider. Another thing you would have never guessed I was pulling out of this. I bet you $1 million virtual dollars that you cannot guess what DVD's collection this is right now I have in my hand. And that is the power of Sergio T. Go ahead, leave a comment. No cheating, no skipping forward and then playing it, because then you lose 1 million. You get minus 1 million internet dollars. All right, you got your chance. This is the complete collection of blank in the comments. This is the complete Medea collection from Tyler Perry. Diary of a Mad Black Woman, Medea's Big Happy Family, Medea's Witness Protection Plan, Boo, a Medea Halloween, and a Medea Family Funeral. You know what's funny is I actually grew up watching some of these movies. So, I actually am pretty happy just to have some of these. I've not seen all of them. I've seen a couple of them, but now is no better time than any other time to watch all of them. Then next up here, what do we have? What is this? This is a crazy freaking hat, dude. What in the world? Does the camera even pick up how insane this hat looks? Oh my gosh. That is dope as all heck. It's like this 80s Marty McFly style, like, lenticular hat. And like, no matter what direction you pull it, it looks just so trippy, dude. That is so dope. And then we got the Marvel Play-Doh. But look at Captain America. Look at him. Why does he look like Arnold's grandpa dressed up as a Captain America? That's insane. Let me just tip the bin out here. We have another Minecraft Lego set. We have another Spider-Man to go with the Spider-Gwen here. Damn! Freaking Sergio got the freaking SpongeBob Sour Krabby Patties, but there's a protector for them. That is sick, dude. So I have the Sour Krabby Patty. That looks so much more dope in a protector. Look at that. Heck yeah. So that's going to be my collectible copy now. That is insanely sick. Where'd you even find a protector that was like so perfect for this? Heck yeah. Okay, and then what do we have here? We have Blue's Clues, smartwatches, Magenta's Learning Watch, and Blue's Learning Watch. Move over, Steve Jobs. Friggin' Steve went to college for a reason. He released a new leapfrog friggin' smartwatches. The Clue Watch. A day with Blue, Magenta. Spot the difference, count the bubbles, catch 7 digital different clock faces, an alarm clock and a timer, and 4-point easy restart nuclear bomb codes. What the hell? That's so dope. Thank you so much. Like, those are awesome to have in the collection. It's like one of those things I would have never gotten myself, but to be able to have them in the collection is so dope. Thank you. And then we also have to go with the watches. We got the blue here and also magenta from Blue's Clue and You. And now is actually the time to start picking up the Blue's Clue and You merch, because we're gonna stop seeing it in the stores as much because the show is no longer on the air. So the merch that is out is what is out, and we're not gonna get any more of it. So, you know, now is the chance to get it while it's cheap. We also have the Power Rangers here, VHS, which I always love about the Power Rangers VHS is like it has them in their costume, and then it has like over here a little picture of them out of their costume. They're like, yeah, this is what it looks like out of the costume. Don't forget, he's a freaking human. Dope. We have a little tiny Ty Beanie Baby plush of Paddington Bear. He's so freaking cute. Oh, this is awesome. Okay, so we have Scream here. Ghostface Killer from Scream here is a figure. But even cooler, these Roger Rabbit figures with the articulation too. I love this Roger with his ears as a little heart with Jessica Rabbit. And they're posable as well. That'll definitely go in my Toontown collection. As well as we got the Weasel here in the straight jacket. That is awesome. Those are both fantastic figures. Thank you so much. These are so cool. And plus we got the Eric Cartman here. This has got to be like an old school arcade plushie for sure. Yes, Namco, 2008. We got the Don't You Eyeball Me Boy, Back My Daughter. We got the Eric Cartman plushie here. I love this, dude. Like, there's so many eras of nostalgia in this, dude. We got Madea, Roger, Blue's Clues, Minecraft, the South Park, Lenticularness. That's what I'm gonna name my son, Lenticularness Jones. It sounds like he would be like a villain in Static Shock. Oh no, watch out, that's Lenticularness Jones. Every time you see him, he just slightly looks a little bit different depending on what angle you're seeing him at. That's his only power. Otherwise, he's pretty normal and pretty defeatable. Next up here, we have the Rainbow Bigfoot here. Love it. The Tekashi 6ix9ine cryptid. We have the Stitch plushie. And then what else do we have here? Some small items left here. We got Bob's from freaking Bob's Burgers as a Kid Robot figure. I didn't even know he had a figure in the Kid Robot line. That is definitely going in the cartoon variety room. Oh, and this is so rad. Dude, from 2002, the Tech Deck dudes. This is actually Barbie here from the freaking Hot Feets line, magnetic light up boards. That is so freaking rad, dude. I love that branding on like the old school Tech Deck stuff. Absolutely unbelievably cool. I think that is such an underrated like era of like fingerboarding, is that old school Tech Deck stuff, because now Tech Decks look so much more different. Like the fingerboards are so much, I guess you'd say, like better for your hands, but these are the ones I grew up on, man. Like these, seeing my friends and, you know, the older kids at school rolling around the lunch tables with these guys. And believe it or not, the rarest character is actually the guy himself. You see that little guy up there, the little finger in the logo? His name is Rodney, and he's actually like the rarest one to get because they only made Rodney, I think, like once or twice, and they were promotional items. And then we also have Boo Berry here from GameStop. And then last but not least, we have some books here. We have the Teen Titans Go comic book trades. But from what I remember, if I'm correct, these were actually the comic book series that came out before the Teen Titans Go TV show. I could be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure this was made before the Teen Titans Go show, and this was based off of the Cartoon Network, you know, Teen Titans, of course. But the comic book series just so happened to be Teen Titans Go, because that was more than just a name of the show. That was an iconic phrase that Robin would often say to commence the Titans going out on an adventure, or, you know, taking down somebody. Titans Go! So that is so cool, man. Some unbelievable stuff to go in the cartoon variety room. A couple of Nickelodeon items too, but man, he always ends up spicing up the variety stuff, which I think a lot of people appreciate because, you know, we feature a lot of stuff that's Nickelodeon here on the show, but Sergio boxes are always an opportunity to really just kind of spread our wings in nostalgia. Okay, so now up we have some smaller ones, and then we have one big one left from Sergio, so let's take a look. And again, thank you so much, Sergio. Sorry for the delay. I know it took me a while. I just wanted to do this all in one video, so thank you for your patience. Let's see what we got here. Okay, so we have the Target Funko Pop. This is Bullseye as Superman from Target. We have Akira on DVD, which is absolutely iconic. The inspiration for so many different characters and so many different series and animation. We have A Series of Unfortunate Events on Xbox. Free child's movie ticket inside. I do not have this in the collection, and technically this is a Nickelodeon game as well. Not technically, it is. This is a Nickelodeon made movie, and I think I might have the DS game, but I definitely don't have the Xbox one. If anybody played this growing up, let me know, how was this game? We'll put some footage up on screen. It looks like it would be absolutely creepy. Older like mid-era games like PlayStation 2 and Xbox games were like kind of the scariest, because like the graphics were like real enough for you to be unsettled, but not good enough to where like characters didn't look creepy just naturally. And all the games were dark too, so I could see this game being pretty spooky. We also have Crackdown on Xbox 360, an absolute like classic. That's our first little mini box there. Thank you so much. Then next up, I need this one in the collection actually. The Tigger movie on Blu-ray. We have The Sword and the Stone on Blu-ray. We have Scooby-Doo, The Sword and the Scoob. We have Breaking the Rules on Xbox. I do not have it on Xbox. I have it on PlayStation 2, but not Xbox original. And then we also have the complete series of Avatar and also The Legend of Korra. Speaking of Akira, what the heck? We have a signed photo from Akira as well. What? How? This is an autograph by the voice actor of Jimmy Neutron. Oh, okay, so there's something in here signed by the voice actor. As well as we actually have a photo of Sergio here dressed up in a cosplay for Total Drama Island, as well as Eric Cartman from South Park. Both of those really, really good cosplays. I love the Kenny and South Park one with the Terrence and Phillip figures. Those are so perfect. And then the Total Drama Island one is fantastic too. So let's see here. So it's signed by the voice actor of Jimmy Neutron. Oh man, that is so cool. Got a blast. And it's a signature on the Jimmy Neutron puzzle. That definitely has to go in our Jimmy Neutron collection. That is so dope. The packaging actually matches everything within the Jimmy Neutron like product line. And then what is this? Speaking of like old school platformers, we have Tiny Toons Bust Loose on the, what is this, the NES? Super NES. That is so sweet, dude. Thank you. And what are these little buses here? I'm so confused at what these are, but they look so dope. So this is a South Park bus, but man, is that cool. Oh, and they have figures in them. So this one's got Eric Cartman on the inside there. And I guess it's like a little base. That's the coolest base for a freaking figure I've ever seen. Just this in itself is such a cool cartoon variety room item, having the bus from South Park with all the kids looking at it as well as their whacked out bus driver. That is so cool. And then Eric Cartman's in there, but I don't know if there was mysteries, so this is another one here. I wish more brands, this is Culturefly, so of course Culturefly would do something like this. They always make you have really good value, like to be able to get a figure within a figure basically. So let's see here. Is this one also Eric Cartman? So this one right here is Kenny and actually matches the costumes that they were wearing in their photo too. So there we go. We have Kenny right here as well. That is such an awesome display. So you have the white base there that kind of gives you the snow vibes of South Park. And then the bus itself is the display and like holder for the actual figure. Dare I say, I like the bus as much as the figure. Brilliant job by Culturefly. 2025 too. Thank you so much, Sergio. I'm in love with the bus and the figures. I'm going to take the figures out and just put them out on display like this and keep one of the buses on display too in the variety room. Oh, and then the background inside of the bus is actually like a South Park-esque background too, to match it. And that's so cool that you got to meet the voice actress for Jimmy Neutron too. A lot of people, I think more people are starting to realize like almost like every little boy character is voiced by like a woman, you know? So like a lot of the characters we grew up with, like Bart Simpson, Jimmy Neutron, Timmy Turner, they were all voiced by fantastic voice actresses. Ooh, we got some more media here. What do we have? Deadpool and Wolverine, the movie on DVD. I do not have that. We have, oh dude, I didn't even know this was a thing. Tony Hawk Pro Skaters 1, 2, 3, and 4 remastered on the PlayStation? Holy cow, dude. Those are like all of the best ones. Dude, literally just the cover, like these freaking like maps that he's in are so nostalgic. Then we have the Ventura Brothers here, as well as Super Pets on DVD. We also have the Deadpool 1 and 2 on 4K HD DVD, or Blu-ray. So the whole Deadpool series there. And then, what the heck, Sergio? Dude, you did not have to go this insane. He always blows my mind with these packages, man. You are so generous, dude. Thank you so much. That is beyond sweet of you. You never, ever have to do anything this crazy, man. We have the Game Boy Color, a yellow Game Boy Color. And what is in there? We got Pokemon Puzzle Challenge. That's awesome, dude. What the heck? And then not just that, a certified classic to play on it. The Rugrats freaking movie on Game Boy Color. I do not have this one in the box like this. I have the cartridge, but dude, the box is like the coolest part. Look at the freaking cover on that, man. Absolutely gorgeous. And as I was saying about that Rugrats game we were talking about, the Rugrats in Game Land, it's very inspired by like the Rugrats movie game on Game Boy Color, and that was by THQ. They were making all of like the OG classic Nickelodeon games. That is awesome, dude. Thank you so much. The Game Boy Color is so sick. Like, just aesthetically, that is such a dope piece, man. Always mind-blowing, dude. Like, freaking... And then the game, like, just together, dude, that is awesome. Because we have a Game Boy... Now we have an official Cavern Game Boy Color that we can actually use to play all of our Game Boy Color games in here. So we have a DS now, and now we have the Game Boy Color that we can utilize here to play any of the games here in the Cavern. Which, I mean, it makes sense. We have all the games in here to be able to have the console to play them on. Means a lot, man. Thank you. All right, let's see here. And then next up, we have two more small packages here. Small packages with big content. Let's see what we got. Okay, looks like this one is going to be some VHSs here. How many volumes did they do of South Park? So I collected with Sergio, we collected volume 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And now there's volume 7, volume 8, volume 9, and volume 10. So maybe I have volume 6 too. And I think that South Park, the first season, is the best way to watch is on VHS. The graininess of like the VHS, the sound that goes with it, and of course with Matt and Trey and being like a very small team at that time doing all the stop motion pieces, you know, and the lower frame rate of VHS, sometimes you can even see their hands coming into the shots and moving pieces. It's a beautiful system, and it just feels so much more like homegrown. Like the show feels just so like genuine. A beautiful set there, man. We have the Burger King Kids Club Turtles VHS, as well as the Penguin on VHS as well, dude. Thank you. The media is going crazy today, as always. And then what do we have here? Our last small box, and then we got one more big one here. And again, I don't know, we might have some other packages from Sergio. These are just the ones that I gathered for today. So if we have any other ones, it'll probably be included in a future fan mail video. All right, what do we have here? What in the world, dude? So he hooked us up with basically like every solid animated game on the SNES. So we have the SNES, the Great Waldo search that has an actual Where's Waldo on the tape on itself. We have Tasmania with the Tasmanian Devil, which I actually remember that game. We have Superstar Wings Star Wars, Disney's Aladdin, which is an absolute classic. They even remade this on Switch. The Terminator on SNES, Return of the Jedi, freaking Toy Story, and then Tim Allen's Beethoven. Why did Beethoven get a game? The Ultimate Canine Caper. Why is this a thing, and why do I want to play it so bad? Oh my gosh, dude. Is there a freaking Beethoven SNES merch? I need a Beethoven SNES shirt. That's amazing, dude. Thank you so much. Like, just like such a roller coaster of awesomeness, shock, laughs, and fun. Like, just a true experience every single time, Sergio. Thank you so much, man. Like, some of these games, like Toy Story, freaking awesome. Star Wars, badass. And then Beethoven, just iconic. And Sergio, as always, man, you do not have to go this crazy. So thank you so much for supporting the show. He's a member of our Patreon as well. Just a true member of the Rev Pack and enjoys the show and everything that we do here. So thank you so much, Sergio. This is a billion times beyond whatever I expect usually. Just like anything, I appreciate. But the fact that you go so hard on these packages and you put so much love and care and variety and fun into the way you do it is so cool, dude. So thank you again. All I can do as always in these videos is just say thank you. you a million freaking times, as many times as I can. Just so much fun, man. Let's see what we have here. The Charmander Mega Bloks build set here, it looks like. Yes, we have Charmander here as a Mega Bloks build set with like an actual little flamethrower that comes out of his mouth. We have the glow in the dark, or I don't know if he glows in the dark, but he looks like he should glow in the dark. But the Nosferatu here, that is technically a SpongeBob item. Technically. He is fair use, so that is why they were able to use Nosferatu in the SpongeBob episode. He's such an old character. He is public domain. So like technically, even us, if we wanted to, we could make some Comfort Cartoons Nosferatu merch. And it's kind of, it's like, you know, it's public domain. You could use the character. So that is crazy that we have an official. We had one that he sent us a Nosferatu, but it was more of like a stylized version. This is more like of the actual Nosferatu that appears in the episode. We have the Courage the Cowardly Dog snapback hat here. And plus all the bubble wrap, you know, freaking we are set up with bubble wrap too, because we always reuse this bubble wrap. So thank you so much for that too. These are the SpongeBob smelt by Culture Fly here. So we have the SpongeBob smelt here, as well as the Patrick smelt as well. Which, let's be honest, the SpongeBob's ice cream is one of the best ever made. No question. But I would say if they made a Patrick's, get off my hand. If they made a Patrick version of this, he might give SpongeBob a run for his money. Doesn't Patrick look delicious? He looks scrumptious. Oh, there's so many little like mystery bags in here, like different stuff. I don't even know what everything is. We just gotta check it all out. Oh, no way. Is this what I think it is? Dude, is this the Book of Bill? Yeah, so this is actually the Book of Bill here. That is sick, dude. Because I actually got the Book of Bill, but I put mine on display. So now I actually have one that I can actually flip through. We have the Book of Bill. We have Gravity Falls Journal number 3 here, the iconic book itself. And then Sergio actually met the guy from Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Shout out to Sergio actually meeting the freaking dude from the book itself. And he's signed. So we have a signed copy of a Diary of a Wimpy Kid, dude. If that doesn't scream nostalgia, I don't know what will, man. There's so many Diary of a Wimpy Kids books. I remember like reading the first one when it came out, like when it was in like at bookstores. I remember my mom bringing me home the book because it was such a sensation that like everybody, all parents were talking about it. And I read the first 2. So that's so cool to actually have one like signed by the friggin' Diary of a Wimpy Kid. What console even is this? This is Dragon Ball Z Bandai, but I don't even know what console that is. It says Bandai 1996. Do you guys know what console this goes to? My gaming knowledge is pretty limited when it comes to like the vintage stuff. So you guys let me know, what console does this Dragon Ball game go to? There's actually a few of them in here. There's another Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball 3. We have the Dinosaurs We're Back on SNES. Another one of these Dragon Ball games right here. We'll play some footage for these, and Ryan will pop up what console they actually go to. And then original Dragon Ball, not even Dragon Ball Z. This is another just original Dragon Ball. Man, Dragon Ball has more games than anything ever, I feel like. Speedy Gonzalez, Los Gatos Banditos on SNES. I love these cartoon related like SNES games, dude. That is so cool. And then we have Worms of Open Warfare 2 on the DS. We have the Butters app that says what I'm not gonna read out loud. And then we also have a Goofy hat from Disneyland here. Absolutely iconic. Oh, dude, it's such a good, like, could I almost technically put this in the Nickelodeon room too? This is Kevin Smith here from Jay and Silent Bob, who technically do appear in a Nickelodeon property, being an episode of Degrassi where Jay and Silent Bob are in the Degrassi high school. We'll play a clip.
You understand a word this hoser's saying, Silent Bob? How the hell did she get to be principal when she don't even speak good or English like us Americans?
So technically, he could be a Nickelodeon friend, you know, like a Nicktoons and Friends kind of thing. Next up we have here is, I think that's his thing, he spins around like this. We have Insaniac here. Oh man, one of the scarier villains too from the Toy Soldiers movie. That is an absolutely mental freaking character though, honestly. Like, what a good villain. That is dope though. And I loved how all the Small Soldiers toys had some like crazy gimmick that went with them. Yeah, you don't remember seeing him in the Toy Soldiers movie, but he was actually one of the allies. That is Goofy. Yeah. Goofy versus Insaniac. Who are you calling in the toy battle? I'm going with Goofy, honestly. He seems like he could accidentally murder the heck out of Insaniac. But that is a great vinyl figure of Goofy, just in general. Looks like he's supposed to be holding something, so you can put something in his hand as well. And then we have the Camp Coral plushie of SpongeBob here with his Camp Coral backpack and gear, as well as the jellyfishing Patrick here with the real jellyfishing net in the back. And then last but not least, two characters that definitely would be added to the cartoon variety room. We have Stewie and Brian Griffin here. What a perfect duo here. And this is for the 25th anniversary of Family Guy. And that's true, like with the 1999 being the 25th anniversary for SpongeBob, a lot of credit went towards SpongeBob, but it was also the 25th anniversary for, I believe, Dora the Explorer, Rocket Power, Family Guy, so many other shows that came out the same year. But of course, a lot of that credit went to SpongeBob. But yes, I would rather have Stewie and Brian than any other characters from this line. So thank you so much to Sergio yet again. And that is actually the end of this box and this unboxing. Thank you so much to all of you beautiful people and to my man Sergio for always supplying such a fun event opening. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new here, Patreon, whatnot, all that information is down below. Again, the address is on screen if you're ever interested in sending any mail. Next fan mail video will be a variety mail video with a bunch of different people and a bunch of variety of different types of packages. So if you're interested, that is up on screen for you. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new here, Patreon, whatnot, all that information is down below. I will see you guys in this video right here that I know you're gonna love. And as always, Rep Pack, I'll see you beautiful people in the next one. Adios and bloop!